Hello students, so here we are in the next page, 160 in your workbook. So now, last one you were working on measuring the line segment, and now we're working on estimating. And an estimate is a guess, so it's your best guess based on what you know. So this is estimate the length of each line segment in inches, then measure it to the nearest half inch. And over here they tell you, this is about what an inch is. So not measuring, but looking at that and kind of eyeballing. I see that there's about maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 inches here would be maybe my estimate. So I'm going to write down 3 inches for my estimate. And then I measure my actual. So I can take a piece of paper or a ruler and measure what the actual measurement is. Remember when you're measuring to start the 0 of your ruler right here at the end and line it up straight along this line to get the actual. Do the same thing to the next question. Now it says to measure it to the nearest half an inch. So if I'm measuring to the nearest half an inch, if it measures to the 1/4 line, so if I'm looking back at the previous page, the 1/4 line, which should be here, I'm going to estimate it to be closest to 3.5. If it estimates to the 3/4 line, I will round it to the nearest whole number. Now your next page says estimate the length of each line segment in inches, then measure it to the nearest 1/4. So again, if I'm looking at my ruler, this is 1/4, so I'm going to measure it to the nearest 1/4. Not if it's in between, but 1/4, 2/4, so 3/4, or 4/4, or which is the next inch. Down here it says draw a line segment that has the given length. So I'm going to use a ruler. You can get a ruler out of the ruler drawer. And I'm going to measure and draw a line segment of 5 inches, 4.5 inches, and 4 3/4 inches. Then it says to use a straight edge to draw a line segment that you think will measure 2.5 inches. So that means you are going to draw it first without using a ruler, estimate using our little drawing up here that kind of shows you what an inch is. So you're making your best estimate or best guess about what will measure 2.5 inches. Then use a ruler to measure your line segment to the nearest 1/4 to see how close was your guess. Go ahead, stop the video and try now.